everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be recreating Emily Ratajkowski's makeup routine. If you do enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and don't forget to turn the notification bell so that you do know when I've uploaded a video. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Okay, so I'll put some snippets of each step throughout the video, just so that we know where we're up to in terms of the step-by-step guide. But first we've got foundation.
Day to night, we're gonna have fun. All right, my skin's been prepped, I've washed it, put on some moisturizer. The first thing I do is I use Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Foundation. I'm pretty tan right now and actually got a little sunburnt. My face I don't ever let get any sun on, so I tend to go a little bit darker, and we'll also use some bronzer, so. Here we go. I just use my fingers because as much as I love a brush, I think that using your fingers just makes it blend more seamlessly.
Okay then, so as she says in the video, she's using her fingers to blend in her foundation, so that is what I will be doing. So today I'm just using the Max Factor Face Affinity All Day Flawless Foundation, so I'm just going to pump a little bit of that onto the back of my hand. Oh gosh. All squirted out, and she just rubs it in with her fingers. Oh, that's so weird. I haven't used my fingers in years. Oh, it feels so weird. And she just sort of like rubs it in like that. Okay, so that's my foundation done. So that's all rubbed into my skin. So this is how my skin is looking so far. And to be fair, I mean, it looks quite natural. It doesn't look like I've really got anything on my skin. It just looks quite nicely, it looks quite filtered. And also it didn't use too much foundation either, which is really good. I'm just gonna wipe the excess foundation off my hand so that it doesn't get on my top. So she comes back to blending her foundation in a little bit later on. So I don't know how I feel about this. Okay, so next up, she does her eyebrows.
Do is eyebrows. We have Maybelline Great Lash. I don't feel like a normal person unless my eyebrows are brushed up. To me, there's nothing sadder than an eyebrow when it's smushed down. So this is like a key step, and I try to do it pretty early on because otherwise the rest is thrown off.
So I'm going to be using the St. Lux eyebrow gel. So it's just a little brush like that, and I'm just going to brush my eyebrows up because that's what she does. Okay, so that's my eyebrows all brushed up. Okay, so for highlighter, she's using the Milk Makeup highlighter like stick thing.
A little bit of highlighter. I've been using this way too much, but it's the Milk highlighter in Lit. So I just take the stick, do a little bit on the nose, a bit on my lip, into the eye, into there. My husband actually calls when I do my own makeup finger painting.
Now I don't have that. The closest thing I have is the Sleek, what is this? The highlight palette of the Sleek Solstice. That's it. That's such an OG palette, isn't it? And I'm just gonna use the cream highlighter here, and I'm just gonna use my fingers for this. In her video, she does actually say that that her husband always says that she uses her fingers, and like it's like a finger painting. So I'm just gonna use my fingers to apply this. I'm gonna warm it up using my fingers, and I'm just gonna apply it on my cheekbones where she does. It's actually really nice. I like that. It's quite subtle. And then she puts a little bit on her brow bone. She puts some on her nose. And on her bridge of her nose. Oh, it is quite pink on my nose, to be fair. There we go. So that's the highlighter done. I actually really like that highlighter. I think that looks really pretty, actually. Okay, so next up is blush.
I'm using a Nude Stick by Mary Phillips. I use a lot of blush, and even when other makeup artists do my makeup, I'm always like, more blush, more blush. And I might go a little bit on the nose too, which is like a 90s trick to really make it look like you just got sun. That's where the sun hits. I also put my blush a little bit higher than most people, because again, I think it makes it look a little bit more natural. So I almost bring it up to like the under eye.
So she says that she's using the Nude Stick blush. Now I don't have that. I have the Palm Balm, the Beauty Crop blusher. So it's quite a pinky colour, and it looks quite similar to the colour that she's using. So again, I'm just going to warm this up using my fingers, and I'm just going to pop that on my cheeks. But she says she likes it quite high up on her cheeks, so that it looks a little bit more sort of sunburned. I look really rosy, but I don't hate a lot of blush, to be fair. When I do my own makeup, I don't particularly like too much blush, but I think this looks quite nice, to be fair. Okay, so let's see what's next.
Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. I don't use a ton of it. I just like to use a little bit of the bronzer. Take a brush, and this is just to like make the cheeks pop a little bit and also bring in the forehead, because there's nothing worse than not looking like everything got blended together.
Okay, so next is bronzer. So the bronzing shade that she's using looks to me as if it's a similar sort of colour to this one. Obviously she's using Charlotte Tilbury, and again, I don't have that Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, but the brush I'm going to be using is this one out of my Kitco, and I'm just going to take a little bit of this on this brush. I don't want to take too much because I've got cream products on. I don't want to take too much so that it looks a little bit, so that it sticks to anything. So I'm just going to dust that all over. She said that she uses this to blend everything together, so I'm going to use it in all of like the seams. Okay, so that is the bronzer all done. Okay, so what she's saying is, earlier when we were doing the foundation, she was saying how she blends everything together afterwards. She means that she like blends everything so all the seams meet, so all of like your blusher, your bronzer, your highlighter all sort of meshes together. I think that's what she means by what she's saying. She was saying how she'll blend it all together using bronzer. Okay, so next she's doing concealer.
Do now is to just continue to like layer foundation or concealer depending on the coverage you want. So after I've done the blush, I just like come back and do a tiny bit more concealer under the eye.
So I'm going to take my Rimmel Lasting Perfection concealer, and she takes a little bit just under her eyes. So I'm literally going to take the smallest amount because I don't want to disturb the blusher underneath. Like so.
What we're gonna do is my eye. Like I said, I'm obsessed with makeup, so I actually put this palette together. For my day-to-day, I'll just use this one. This is like a window wiper kind of brush, and this is what you do. Just go in the crease and then blend it up a little bit.
Okay, so she says that she's put her palette together. So the colours that she's using, or the colour that she uses, is kind of like it's just like a light tone, a cool tone brown. So I'm just gonna use this contour shade here on my eyes, and she's doing this sort of motion. I'm just gonna get a little bit closer so that you can see. Okay, so next.
Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a smaller brush and go in the same color and just go under. And this is another trick that I learned. A lot of people like to highlight the inside of their eye, but I actually think it looks better and makes your eyes look bigger when you bring it all the way around.
Does is she takes a smaller brush. This is just a Spectrum brush. It's just a small detailing brush, and she brings the shade all the way around to her inner corner because she thinks that it makes her eyes look bigger. So we're going to try that. Okay, so that is the eyes done with. The only thing that I would say is that the under eye shade already started to sink into my under eye lines, just because obviously I didn't set them. So the creasing under my eyes, it's already set into it. But obviously, you know, if this was something I was to do every day, then I would obviously set my under eyes. But I actually quite like how it looks with the darker shade all the way underneath. I think it looks quite nice. So next, she is using a highlighting pen underneath her eyebrows.
I love this Anastasia highlighting pen for underneath my eyebrows, because sometimes when you do the brown, it can come up too high, and this just kind of makes it that separation clear.
Just to define the separation from her eyeshadow to her eyebrows. So again, I don't have a highlighting pen, so I'm just going to use the Sleek Solstice palette again, and I'm just going to use that same shade that I used before. There we go, so that's that highlighted. Okay, so next is mascara.
Right now my favorite is the Glossier Lash Slick, because it just looks so natural and just makes your lashes look so long. I also grew up doing my mom's makeup. She always let me.
So obviously just any mascara. She's using the Glossier Lash Lick mascara. I'm just using my my L'Oreal Air Volume Mega Mascara. Okay, so for lip liner,
I love Pat McGrath's lip liners. So for my lips, I don't like anything too pink. I like something pretty like berry, not super brown. Right on the lip line, you can kind of see like right there.
she likes something that's not too brown, something that's quite berry. So for this one, I've got my Steve Laurent lip liner in the shade Vogue. So I really need to sharpen this. Look how blunt that is. I really need to sharpen it. But I'm just going to just slightly line my lips. She does not overline her lips. She just goes around the outside of her lips. So that's what I'm going to do. She's got some lip balm on. I'm just going to wipe it on the top. Be alright. God, I haven't just lined my actual lips in such a long time. I always overline them.
And I use Marc Jacobs J'adore, but I don't use a lot. So you can see, I just use that.
Of course, she uses the Marc Jacobs lipstick. I don't have the funds for a Marc Jacobs lipstick. I have a Revolution lipstick. So I have the Revolution lipstick, this is actually the Soph X Revolution lipstick, which I actually really love. It's a very similar colour actually to the one that Emily is using. It's in the shade Syrup, and if you haven't seen it, which I'm sure you have, it just looks like this, and it's just a really nice shade of nude. Now she says she only put a little bit on, so that is what I shall do. Literally a little tiny bit, like so. Right then, so next she does lip gloss.
To top that all off, I use Pat McGrath's incredible Blitz Gold lip gloss.
So she uses the Pat McGrath's lip gloss, and again, obviously, I don't have that, but I do have the Chloe J lip gloss, which I always rave about. I absolutely love this lip gloss. It is absolutely amazing. Again, I will link this down below because I just can't get enough of it. It's amazing, and wear this nearly every single day. So I will apply this now. I felt like I sang then. I'll apply this now. Oh, she's going back to her palette now.
Pop this palette back in, and I'll use a little tiny bit of the dark and just add it to the corners.
She's going for a darker shade now, and she's going to put that on her eyes. So I'm going to take the same shade that I used for the bronzer, which is the middle shade here, and I'm going to do what she's doing with hers. So it looks like she's just using it to deepen the crease back up again. So she's just making it a little bit darker. like that maybe. So that is the finished look. So how do you think it looks? The only thing I'm really not sure about is the blusher. I just feel like I look like, maybe it's something I've got to get used to. I'm used to wearing quite a bit of bronzer and not as much blusher, whereas this look is a lot more blusher and not as much bronzer. I feel like as well, if this blusher was a little bit more sort of brownier, whereas this is a little bit pinky, it would look a little bit better. Also, if I had a bit more of a tan as well, I feel like it just would look better. But let me know what you think about this look in the description box in the comments down below. I really enjoyed filming this one yet again, so I hope that you did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell, and yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again in a brand new video. Bye!